Hello people, welcome to my booktube channel. Just like every other booktube channel in existence, this would be a channel where I'd be talking about books, probably fantasy and science fiction, and I'd be talking about movies adapted from books. I would be talking about short stories. I would be talking about everything that's related to books. I have a Bookstagram account and I have a Goodreads account. I'll leave the link in the description so that you could have a look at my reading journey and the kind of books that I read and review. So to start off this channel, I just wanted to start from the best. So before that, I just wanted to give a brief intro of myself. I'm Srinivas. I'm from India. I've been reading books since my 10th grade, which is when I was 14. I started my book reading journey from Harry Potter, and then it grew into non-fiction, and then it came back to fiction, and then it went to science fiction and fantasy. Now I'm reading all kind of stuff that, even non-fiction, even political fiction, even political biographies. I'm basically exploring everything I can, get my hands on everything I can, reading everything that looks interesting for me. And I'm planning on doing book reviews in this channel in English as well as Tamil, so that Tamil is my native language. I'm from Tamil Nadu in India, and so that people from Tamil Nadu could get an exposure of the kind of books that I'm reading, and could get an idea of the kind of authors out there who are putting out great books which are worth reading. So that's the plan I have laid out for now for this booktube channel. So starting off, I'm starting with the best. The best is Stephen King. I've read The Stand. I started it off in May, and it took me about 4 months to complete this big chunk of book. It is around 1325 page, but it is one of the grippiest book I have ever read. Despite the length, despite the size of this book, it was really grippy. It was really interesting. So I just wanted to talk about this chunk of book, and yeah, you can look. It is. It's like a pillow. I can literally keep it and sleep. So Stephen King is one of my favorite authors. I've read 4 or 5 of his works. I know he has done around 70 works, but I'm just a beginner in the Stephen King universe. And Stand is something I picked up because of the pandemic. I was introduced to Stephen King even before that, but Stand is something I picked up because of the pandemic. So let's get into the non-spoiler section of this review. So The Stand is a book about the normal good versus evil kind of stuff. The book is actually pretty simple. If you have to explain the plot in a single line, you could say a plague hits the world, takes about 99% of the population. The remaining 1% of the population are divided into two between good and the evil. So what I liked about the book a lot is the characterization. So there are a bunch of characters here. They have a really good arc playing around them. So you don't feel a character is redundant in this one, because each and every character has their own depth, has their own stories, has their own drama. So, and most of them are relatable to real life. That is really important for me. The relatability of a book is really important for me, and the characters in this book have that relatability factor to me. The first part of the book deals with how the plague spreads throughout the world, how it takes up a population, and how it collapses the civilization that's existing. And it was really good. The chapters were really grippy, and I don't exactly remember the chapter number. It's 26, I guess. It's where the world from civilization falls into uncivilization, if I could say that. And that chapter was really well written. It was so great, and I mean, the sheer greatness of this chapter couldn't be explained in words. Like, before that chapter, the world was in a state of chaos, but one chapter down, the world is completely uncivilized. So that's the kind of writing that went through in this book, and it is really fascinating to read. The next part of the book deals with how people who are immune to this plague, naturally immune to this plague, band up and form a civilization. And in this part, Stephen King introduces the God, which is this Satan formula. There is a descendant of the God, there is a messenger of the God, and there is a messenger or the descendant of a Satan. And now people of characters who people randomly go join messenger of the God and messenger of the Satan, and that happens, and people defect from the messenger of God and go to the Satan, and people from the Satan defect from that place and come back to this place, and there's a whole bunch of drama that's happening, and this takes most part of the book. Okay, but the problem with the book comes at the ending. Up until 900 pages, people were banding up together. They were trying to bring the electricity back. They were trying to form a civilization. But what happens is that the ending, the final 400 pages of the book, didn't live up to the hype that was created till the 900 pages. Because with the civilization and stuff happening on both the sides, I thought it was going to be more like a war. I imagined the messenger of Satan, or Randall Flagg in this case, to be more like Negan from The Walking Dead, and Stu Redman to be more like Rick from The Walking Dead. So I thought they both are having a gang of people on each other's sides, and they were both building, and there is going to be a lot of war and stuff. But Stephen King just stepped down from that, and the ending was not that great. I was a bit disappointed with the ending, but the characters was really written well. I wouldn't complain regarding that. The ending might have been better, because it's a common complaint with Stephen King novels that he fucks up the ending. So I guess this is not fucked up. The climax, the third act, was something I expected. I expected more out of it, but it didn't live up to my expectations, I guess. But it is a good book. And after the climax, there is still a lot of things going on. How people cope up with whatever happened, and how people move on with their life, is something that those pages were really good to read again. But the climax was something. It was a bit clumsy, and it was a bit, Stephen King just got, bored of this book, and he just wanted to finish it off. So he did something like, I don't know, maybe he did that, but that was something that I didn't like about this book. The way Stephen King handled each and every character in this book was really good. For example, this is not a spoiler. For example, I loved Nick Andros very much. He's a deaf and a mute guy who can read people's lip and find out what they're talking about. It's an interesting thing to see a character who is deaf and mute exploring a world which is plague-ridden, exploring a world which is mean. But other than that, I wouldn't complain about this book or the length of it. This is the uncut version of this book, and I really enjoyed it. I would recommend this. Whosoever who is looking for a Stephen King best, this is one of them, as far as I know. But I don't know, the climax is something a bit fishy, a bit disappointing for me. But it's my opinion. But I didn't like it as much as I did the climax of Pet Sematary or The Thinner. Those worked out better for me rather than The Stand. I would give this book 4 out of 5 stars, if not for the climax. If the climax was a little bit better, I would give this a 5 out of 5 stars. So now let us jump into the spoiler section of this book. So I just hate Stephen King so much for killing Nick Andros. I loved him, man, and killing him was, I don't know, I didn't like it. Recently, in one of the interviews, Stephen King said that he got stuck with this novel, with The Stand. He just got stuck with it, and he created a bunch of characters, and they were settling in the Boulder area, which is the free zone area, They were settling there, and Stephen King didn't know what to do with these characters because there was a bunch of characters. He decided to bring the gun, and blast some of the characters so that this book could be finished. Okay, I'm really grateful that Stephen King didn't shelf this book for a long time. He didn't do the George R.R. Martin shit. Oh, okay, I'm getting a little bit controversial here, but at least Stephen King completed it. Even though the ending was not that great, but he completed it, he published it, and it was quite successful. But bringing a gun down, bringing the fire down and killing all those characters, it was, I don't know, man. You create a civilization on both the sides. I was expecting a war, and you just, drop a bomb here, make make two rebel here and drop a bomb here and make them go there. And Randall Flagg is someone I don't understand. Abigail Fremantle, who is the descendant of God, I understood her. She had a backstory, she had a complete arc, she died peacefully. But Flagg is somebody I don't know about. I didn't know about him. He didn't have a complete character arc. It's just that he was an adversary. It was there. He was there. He's an adversary. He's building a civilization. He wants to, wipe out the free zone. That's the kind of thing that was going on. But there was no definitive character. Why does he want to wipe out the free zone? Why does he want to wipe out the entire humanity? There are questions like that were quite not answered in this book. So that is one problem I have with this book. Coming back, it's a big disappointment that the trash can man has to come down and finish it off. It is really a big disappointment because they were a nuclear bomb and just wiping out everybody in the Las Vegas city. It's like Game of Thrones season 8, It's like Avengers Endgame, You don't know what to do. Just bring in time travel. You don't know what to do. Just finish it off with the tyrant killing all the people with the dragons. You don't know what to do. Just bring a nuclear bomb and drop it on Las Vegas and kill off all the people who are bad. So that's the kind of ending this book had. So it was quite lousy. Other than that, I would definitely say this is a book that is to be read by every post-apocalyptic book reader, post-apocalyptic book lover. And so yeah, this is something I would rate 4 out of 5, just like I said. And go read it. This is inverted because I don't have a camera. I'm just recording this on my selfie cam in my phone. And that's why this is inverted. And I love Stephen King, man. Okay, fuck the ending. It was bad. I didn't like it. But I love Stephen King. His writing is really good. I'm going to read more of Stephen King. I'm going to come up with more Stephen King reviews. So stay tuned. I would definitely come up with more book reviews, more short film reviews or film reviews or short story reviews or something like that. I would definitely come up with more content in the future. Thanks for watching.